To get started, you can create folders that signal available and unavailable reinforcers. To do this, I'm going to select the settings icon and choose your topic 1 folder. First, I'm going to change the label of this folder by selecting label here at the bottom and changing this. This is going to be my folder where I show available reinforcers, so I'm going to type in the word available and hit done. Now that I've created my first folder, you can modify the buttons that are within your folder. To do this, you can select directly on the folder. As you can see, now you have blank buttons, and these can become your FCR buttons. To get started to create a single FCR button, you can do this by selecting the settings icon here on the top right and selecting the button that you would like to modify. So I'm going to choose this top one here. For this button, I'm going to choose to change the label to truck as our reinforcer, and I'm going to type in the word truck. As you can see, Snap Plus Core First auto-populates the message that I did for the label, which is now truck. You can change this message so your FCR button will speak truck please or may I have my truck please, depending on your client's needs. For today, I'm going to leave it as truck. You can also see that it auto-populated a picture of a truck. You can change this picture by selecting directly on the picture and choosing another picture that you would like to come up. Or if you would prefer, you can choose to embed a picture of the actual truck that your child is using as their FCR. And to do this, you can select on the camera. And you can choose to put in the picture from the camera by taking a picture of it directly, or from the photo library for which you've already taken a picture of it previously. After you've had those modifications, you can select Done. And now you have your first FCR button. Since this is my available page, I'm going to go ahead and name it as such. So to change from topic custom 1 here, I'm going to change it to the available page. I can do that by selecting on the settings icon and selecting page down here at the bottom. I'm going to delete the label topic custom 1 and change it to match my folder name by saying available and selecting done. Now I can change the background of my page to embed discriminative stimuli to show that these are available reinforcers for which the child could request. To do this, I'm going to change the background color of the page by getting started, selecting the settings icon here at the top right, and selecting page down here at the bottom. Next, I'm going to choose to change the style of the page, which is here on the left. I'm going to choose to deselect the automatically toggled gray page and then select the color bar. For the purpose of this tutorial, I have selected green to show that these reinforcers are available, so I'm going to scroll until I find green and then select done. Now I've embedded discriminative stimuli to show that these reinforcers are available. Now I have several FCR buttons that I'm not currently using, so I can hide these buttons. To do this, I'm going to select the settings icon here at the top right. And then first I'm going to choose this multi-select button here on the right. Now that I've selected multi-select, I can change and hide a number of buttons at a given time. So I'm going to select all of the buttons that I'd like to hide. And then I'm going to choose this hide button here on the right. And then select done. Now I've hidden the FCR buttons for which I don't need. Now I can go back to my home page by selecting the back arrow. And now I have an available folder, and I can create an unavailable folder. To get started, I'm going to directly link my available folder to my unavailable folder. That way I will have all of the buttons that I created in my available folder directly into my unavailable folder. To do this, I'm going to first select the settings icon and choose your topic 2, which will now become my unavailable folder. First, I'm going to change its label. So to do this, I'm going to delete out your topic 2 under label, and this will now be my unavailable folder. Next, to link it to the folder that I previously created, which were for available reinforcers, on the right, I'm going to select link to page. Then I'm going to choose the page link here and select Edit, this pencil here on the right. Next, I'm going to choose to link to existing page. Now this is where I can link it to the folder that I already created. So to find this quickly, I'm going to go to Recently Opened here at the top and choose my available folder, which I created just a moment ago, and hit Create. Next, I'll hit Done. And now I have an unavailable folder for which I can go in and see that it looks exactly the same as my available folder. But since this is my unavailable folder, I'm going to modify this to program the discriminative stimuli to show that these reinforcers are unavailable, or to embed the S delta. So how I'm going to do that is first to select the settings icon on the top right and select Page down at the bottom. Next, I'm going to choose Style on the left and untoggle the gray here on the right and choose the color that I need. I'm going to choose red to show that these reinforcers are unavailable and select Done. Now that I have my folder that shows unavailable, I would like to change the name of this page. To do this, I'm going to go to my settings icon and back to Page and change my label of page here to unavailable. And select Done. Now I have two folders, available and unavailable, that show different reinforcers.